Hello, I'm Josh Strife Hayes, and this is Strife Reads Writing Prompts. Today's prompt. The real reason why the villain is doing evil is because he has a crush on the hero, and this is the only way to see her. The following story was written by Lilwa Dexel, and I perform it with their kind permission.
"You fiend!"
cried the heroine.
"How could you do this?"
I let out a practiced maniacal cackle and nodded at her through the bars.
"When the people needed you the most, you managed to stumble into my little trap."
I paced back and forth, watching the frustrated heroine stomp her feet and ball her hands into fists. She was a real beauty. The way her cheeks bloomed and her eyes shot lightning. If only I could keep her in this cage forever. That was actually a good idea. I took out my notepad of evil schemes and other stuff and jotted it down for the future.
"Think of the children." "Oh yes, the poor, sweet, innocent children,"
I said, faking a frown.
"Aren't you going to stop me?"
"Let me out, and I'll make sure you never hurt anyone ever again."
"Does that ever work?"
Her scowl grew darker. She grabbed the bars. An electrical discharge threw her backwards onto the floor. She groaned and massaged her palms.
"Careful,"
I said, and wagged my finger.
"That's actual electricity."
"I noticed," she mumbled and sat up. I watched her as she tried to stand again. Her legs were wobbly as she staggered to one knee. "What are you waiting for?"
"Oh, nothing. I'm just enjoying the moment."
I looked out of the window. The bus was still dangling from a massive crane. I was running out of time. I needed to let it down before someone actually got hurt.
"I was wondering,"
I said.
"what if things were different?"
"What do you mean?" she said, narrowing her eyes.
"You know what? Never mind."
"No, tell me."
"I'd rather not. It's quite embarrassing. Besides, I have a busload of people to finish."
She stood up again. It was her turn to smile. "You like me."
"I most certainly do not. I am darkness. The villain that took care of all the other villains. I am fear. I am..."
"Hold up. Did you just say you took care of all the other villains?"
No. I took care of them, as in helped them when they were sick. Yes, that's right. Apart from my career in villainy, I am also a certified nurse."
"Ah, I was wondering why you were the only villain left. Now I get it. You took care of them so you'd get more time with me."
"I have no idea what you're talking about."
We fought each other over 100 times during the last few years, and no one innocent has ever been hurt.
"That's because you're a jubilantly good heroine."
"No, that's because you're letting me win." "And did you just say jubilantly?" She was the one locked inside the electric cage, but I was the one feeling trapped. I scolded myself for engaging her in conversation. I knew I should have just stuck to my monologue and then hit the button to release her. "I always receive anonymous love letters calling me jubilantly good," she continued and winked. "I guess I know who they're from now."
"That electric shock must have short-circuited something inside your little head. You're clearly delirious. If you were any good at all, you wouldn't have fallen into my trap."
She laughed and slid through the bars with ease. "I just wanted to confirm you were my secret admirer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a busload of people to save." She flew out through the window, leaving me dazed. This didn't turn out at all like I had planned. She looked back at me with her cape flapping behind her. "If you bring a bottle of wine and a candle to your next evil ploy, we can make it a proper date."